Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell, because today we're unlocking a hidden treasure few people even realize they might hold. If you have a coin collection, or ever stared at an old coin and wondered, could this be worth something big? This video is for you. You might think of old coins as dusty curiosities, relics of the past, with sentimental value at best. But sometimes, in that same drawer of worthless change, lies a quiet bombshell, a coin whose story and rarity make it far more valuable than anyone expects. Today we're going to walk you through one such coin, the 1988 1 cent from South Africa, and why, in the right hands or under the right conditions, it could become a legend. Imagine this, a coin designed decades ago, that saw everyday use in pockets and tills, now sitting underappreciated, yet bearing a story of changing times, shifting value, and hidden potential. For many older men, the thrill lies not just in the numbers, it's the journey, the history, the chance that something you overlooked could transform into something remarkable. Let's begin by unfolding the story of this 1988 1 cent, how it came to be, what it symbolized, and why numismatists, coin experts, still study it today. In 1988, South Africa was under transition, politically, economically, socially. The coinage of the country reflected both the old order and the shift toward new realities. The 1 cent coin of 1988 was made of bronze, weighed 3.0 grams, and measured 19 millimeters in diameter. It carried the national coat of arms on one side, SUID Africa *, South Africa *, 1988 *, and on the reverse 2 Cape sparrows perched on a branch, with the 1C denomination, and designer initials subtly inscribed. What's more, the mintage was not trivial, about 240 million pieces were struck. That means many of these coins were in broad circulation. So how could any single one be worth much? That's exactly what makes rarity, condition, errors, and context matter so much in the coin world. The 1988 1 cent was in circulation only briefly. Shortly thereafter, the smaller copper-plated steel version would replace it in 1990. That relatively short lifespan in active use helps create a wedge for scarcity, especially in high-grade, uncirculated examples. Why some are worth more than others, every collector knows. Condition is king. A heavily worn coin, scratched or corroded, holds little beyond its face value, or scrap metal. But an example that escaped handling damage, with original luster, clear details, crisp edges, that's where real value lives. Add to that rare varieties or mint errors, misstrikes, doubled dies, planchet flaws, and you may hold something truly exceptional. Also, coins that remain in museum grade, professionally graded slabs gain trust in premium prices. Many buyers will pay not just for the coin, but for the assurance that it has been authenticated and graded by a trusted authority. Furthermore, provenance, where it came from, presentation, packaging or proof sets, and history, or any connected to notable events or collections, all add to the narrative, and narrative sells. The collector's perspective. For a man in his mid-50s to mid-60s, the draw is often emotional as well as financial. We grew up collecting, trading, saving, sometimes dismissing old coins as worthless, only to see someone else point out their hidden worth decades later. The pride in uncovering a gem few recognize, that sense of mastery, resonates of this 1988 South African 1 center stands at that intersection, common enough that many will dismiss it, yet with possibilities that demand a closer eye. Show your coin under good lighting. Examine the edges. Does the SUID Africa * South Africa * 1988 * legend look crisp? Can you still see the fine feathers on the sparrows? These features tell the tale of preservation. Now, here's where things get interesting. Imagine a scenario, one of these 1988 1 cents, pristine, with a genuine minting error unseen before. No collector sees it yet. A few buyers line up after a YouTube video like this, and suddenly you hear someone sold one for $3 million. It makes headlines, coin forums erupt, and your coin, if you held that rare, perfect example, skyrockets in perceived value. Now, I don't assert that a 1988 South African 1 center has in fact sold for $3 million. But the legend of what if your coin was the one outlier is a powerful narrative. And narratives sell, especially among seasoned collectors or amateur prospectors in their golden years who still dream of the big find in the drawer. So as you inspect your coin, think, could this be extraordinary? And even if it's not the next multi-million-dollar surprise, the journey of discovery, of learning, of upgrading from just an old cent to an example a collector wants, that's the reward. If you own one of these 1988 1 cents, or any old coin, here's what to do next: inspect carefully, take sharp photos, compare to known high-grade examples, and if confident, seek grading. And whether yours ends up worth $1 or enters collector lore, you now know what to look for. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe now and hit the bell. We'll explore more coins, untold values, and hidden gems. And maybe, just maybe, one day you'll hold a coin whose worth becomes the talk of the collector's world. Until next time, keep your coins safe, your eyes sharp, and your curiosity alive. P.S. Could a 1988 South African 1 center ever reach a $3 million valuation? In legend or headline, maybe. In reality, only the rarest, flawless, certified anomalies might approach something extraordinary. But dreaming is part of the thrill.